Alright, so we're checking out the only game that has a rating for how likely people are to survive after you torture the hell out of them on planet Earth. It's Universe Sandbox 2. Universe Sandbox 2 is a lot like Solar Smash. It just changes the actual number of people that die with the likelihood for life on the planet. I like how we're on Earth right now, and there's actually a 0.7% chance that there wouldn't be any life. That's how bad this year has been. Today I want to do something that I think I read in some science magazine like 25 years ago, which is to stop the Earth from rotating in a bunch of different ways and see what happens to life on it. Technically, I think half of it would be frozen all the time, but I would just call that cold summer down here in Florida. As a matter of fact, I think, yeah, Florida's on the dark side right now. Actually, if I stop the rotation at this point, realistically, all of Canada and the United States is pretty much jacked, as well as Japan. See all these lights? Yeah, those will be going out soon. Part of what has to happen here today is I want to increase and decrease the temperature of the sun, which you're allowed to do in this game because it really doesn't give a crap about how many or how few zeros you put in anything you want to find out what happens to each half of the Earth. If I get really lucky, one half of the Earth will be like a block of ice and the other half of the Earth will just be molten magma. So I just stopped the Earth's rotation. I didn't even take it off of pause yet, and the life likelihood is now down to a third. Universe Sandbox 2 is actually very, very good at describing exactly how people are dying too. Now, it's only been a couple of months since one side of the planet hasn't even seen the sun, but you get the opportunity to see exactly how cold and or warm it is. I feel kind of bad, but by screwing the Earth, I have simultaneously screwed Africa yet again. Oh, and you know, like Ireland and stuff as well. Europe, sorry. Actually, you may be okay. In Africa right now, though, the mean temperature is 76 degrees Celsius. This is basically Florida at high noon. The only difference is they have a lot less Bud Light there. Oh, hold on. One of the other things you can do is make the name of the planet that you're torturing much more appropriate. There we go. Oh, wait. Florida's just barely fine. It's on that small segment of the planet that's not encased in permanent winter. It took a few years, but now half of the Earth is permanently encased in solid ice. Even the oceans have frozen over. At this point, the people that get the sun is a nice, comfortable 95.1 degrees Celsius. The people who don't, negative 57.8. For those of you like me who need Fahrenheit to understand exactly what the hell's happening, it's 202 degrees Fahrenheit. That's what we over here in Florida called wee boiling. Or, you know, negative 72.1 degrees Fahrenheit in the cold side, which is where you're peeing lemon lime slush. I'm not gonna lie, at this point, I'm kind of curious if there's a way for us to increase the temperature of the sun so that the dark side is still at least somewhat heated and people can live there. Let's go 2 times hotter for the sun. The sun now has beautiful blue eyes, and by beautiful, I mean deadly. And by eyes, I mean radiation. All right, let's go ahead and move things along. Oh, you see there? Look, a lot of the snow is starting to recede. Why? Because the average surface temperature of Earth is now 191 degrees Celsius. You know it's bad when part of the seas of the Earth are starting to turn into lava. Let's see what we're dealing with here on the life expectancy for us. Ah, crap. All right, maybe twice over was too many zeros. I ended up killing everyone, unfortunately. On the plus side, I did get rid of all the snow. On the negative side, though, it's about 345 degrees Celsius over in Florida. I'm somewhat impressed that the seas still exist at all. Oh, wait, there we go. Now they're starting to boil away. We're moving time along right now at around 1 month a second. I'm actually surprised that the seas lasted this long. You actually get to see the maximum water depth over here, which is to say receding very quickly. Now I'm just curious to see if there's gonna be one single spot on the Earth with even the slightest bit of liquid left. That's fine, we can just increase the speed of the torture here. There is one single ocean left on Earth. It's right here. Now I'm kind of curious, if I back the sun back down, will human beings repopulate the Earth? All right, let's go ahead and reduce this back by half. Oh, I just disintegrated the sun. Where the hell did you go? The sun was like, I give up. Hey, life likelihood's coming back up, you know, for a couple of seconds until the rays of the sun finally die out completely. Yeah, the Earth just figured out that the sun is gone, and while I managed to get up to 30%, everyone is now slowly dying. It's actually taking months and months for the rest of the entire civilization to die out. out. You guys are tough bastards. Since you can see the entire universe in Universe Sandbox, you also get the opportunity to watch as, you know, the entire solar system falls apart and all the planets go slingshotting off into the nether realm. I still want to find the sweet spot to see if I can keep half of life on Earth while the other half just gets obliterated. But I didn't get to see half of the Earth in a state of constant magma. So let's go with 10 times hotter for the sun. I'm sure this will be fine.
A few moments later.
I may have gone a little bit too hot. The only difference here, because of, you know, the fact that it's not rotating, is one half of the Earth is a darker burnt and the other half is a lighter burnt. How much does it matter? Well, you know, it's the difference between 3,400 degrees Celsius and only 1,700 degrees Celsius. I sped things up and now we're getting some neat coloration. What the hell happened here? Half of the Earth turned into a void. I'm not gonna lie, this actually looks very symmetrically amazing. Oh, you can see Florida within the blackness. The weird inky depths that half of the planet has turned into. I actually don't know what's happening on this side of the Earth now, but it doesn't look good. Jesus, I've tortured the Earth so much it's turned into an Etch-a-Sketch. All right, let's go ahead and back down the sun slightly here and see if we can save this. Just gonna go slightly hotter, not quite twice. There we go. Okay, 32% life likelihood, not too bad yet. Just gonna speed things along a little faster here. All right, we did it. This is a pretty good baseline for torture here. It sits right around 30% of the entire population. So, you know, we ended up killing about 5 billion people. If you're in a decent habitable zone, it's about 5 degrees Celsius. If you're not, it's 250. And for once, Africa, you know, England, they all get to totally exist. Japan, the seas are starting to boil. But Florida is A-okay. I want to know though now if we can get this down to like 1%. Just take the sun here and pump it up a little bit more. Now we're holding at about 24%. The sad part is that if you do get close enough to the sunny part of the planet, the heat gets so bad that existence can't happen anymore. Florida just happens to be in that area. The coldest it gets on the planet right now is 54 degrees Celsius. The rest of it's 300. We're still not at 1% life though, so... Got it. All it takes to allow 1% of the entire population to exist is 177 degree Celsius average surface temperature. See right here at the poles, it's only 79 degrees Celsius, or you know, 176 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm not really certain what sort of wizardry you'd have to do in order to survive this. You could walk outside and boil your cup ramen. I know. I have to at least try the extreme real quick. I feel like I'm gonna need to slow things down because the Earth will probably vaporize fairly quickly. Yeah, when half of the Earth starts to flicker in game, that's a bad thing. See that right there? That's not actually the ozone or the atmosphere. That's the evaporating souls of the people. Do you see the average surface temperature? Every once in a while. It says positive infinity, when infinity itself isn't enough. There's still a 2% chance of life likelihood, are you kidding me? I'm gonna have to speed things up a little bit here. It took a little bit for the flickering to stop, but now we're there. The seas have boiled, and now it's starting to get replaced with liquefied topsoil. Okay, after liquefying everyone on Earth, I put the sun back to normal. Let me see if they can re-inhabit it. The answer is no, because there's no water left on Earth. That's okay though, just like a chia pet in this game, you can actually add water. Hold on. We'll just give people a little bit. Here, watch. Material, water. All right, ready? All right, well, hold on. Who gets the water? Africa, I've always done so much to you. I'm sorry here. I did it. I fixed Africa. Just this part right here. There is now 2.36% of the entire population left on Earth. Real quick, I just wanted to see what would happen if not only the Earth didn't rotate, but it didn't orbit either. It's legitimately just stuck now. God, it's worse than before. At least before when we locked it, it had like a 1/3 amount of the population is left. Now it's 0.2. Okay, I think I've got it. If I completely stop the Earth so it doesn't rotate, it doesn't move, and it's just locked in its position, I can torture people in the most egregious way possible. There is a part of the planet where you could potentially live, but it's right between the area where it turns from -84 degrees Celsius to 1400 degrees Celsius. This area right here. And now, because an episode of Universe Sandbox isn't complete until the Earth explodes in a shower of death, I'm gonna hit it with the comet that came close to us back in July. Oh, but I'm gonna hit it at, 100 million times light speed. What you do is you take your comet here. It was actually only 5 kilometers across apparently, so I'm sure everything will be fine, right into the point where I changed the speed to 100 million times light speed. Slow things way down because we're dealing with light speed. And here we go. Oh, I've legitimately stopped time completely. Hold on. Oh, there we go. See, now it's starting to move. Now we'll get the opportunity to follow it as it finally comes into contact with Earth. I couldn't have planned this any better, but it's going to hit right on the line. And 3, 2, 1, here we go. The impact is pretty bad. Now, at the moment, it might not look like much, but give it a second. The Earth has to figure out that it just got hit. There we go. I told you it would take a second. Now it's figured it out. Only 234,000 degrees Celsius. Not too bad. A bunch of Earth also just left. I feel like part of this would be Florida. Well, crap. The asteroid at 100 million times light speed didn't just destroy the Earth. It made my entire solar system disappear. I wasn't sure if I could torture Earth any worse than I already had, and then I was like, who am I kidding? Of course I can. So what you do is you give yourself a son. We're gonna call this son John, a kiss. Now you give it an Earth, then you realize that you put the Earth too freaking close and half of it has turned into lava. Then you move the Earth back, hoping that no one has noticed that you just killed the entire population. Then you put the Earth in at the correct friggin' distance. Then you add a second sun exactly the same distance away from the Earth on the other side. We call this one Timothy. Actually, you know what? Hold on. We have one son. It's Jonathanicus. We'll go. How about this? We'll do Kimberly. Actually, we'll mix them both. Timberly. All right. Now I'm just curious, how does the Earth feel about this? Well, everyone's still alive. Not much time has passed though. Surface temperature seems fine. My God, the life likelihood has gone up 0.1%. And then the second I stop it from spinning, everyone except for a very, very few people die. Yet somehow it's more similar to Earth than our last Earth. I have given people what is effectively a perfect Earth, and yet everyone rejects it. It's like the friggin' Matrix. What happened? Was everyone just like, oh, I can't stand the utopia? Hold on, maybe things will change as time goes along. Maybe I'm missing it. Maybe it's just gonna get a lot worse. Okay, the Arctic Circle just melted, that's fine. The average surface temperature is going up very quickly. There's like legitimately one band of snow. It's right here. I made 151 years go by. The life likelihood is still exactly the same. Where could you survive? Right here. See, these people are fine. So how about if one of the suns was, I don't know, twice as hot? Part of the Earth is evaporating, but it doesn't look that bad. Hold on now. How about twice as hot again? Oh, that sun just burned out. I'm sure the Earth will level out now. I got bad news. Since all the water boiled off on this side of the Earth, there's no way to stabilize the temperature. So now it's encased in -70 degrees Celsius frozen solid wasteland death. But I brought life back, damn it! It's okay though, I can fix this, hold on. Just gotta make this sun a little bit bigger. Shh. I'm not really sure what I did, but I just drained all of the heat energy from the entirety of the Earth. The average surface temperature is now -95 degrees Celsius. Somehow people can still live though! Hold on, I can fix this again. I just need to make this sun way bigger, hold on. There we go. Perfect. Look, I brought the oceans back. I may be a little hotter than I want. Hold on, we can back this down. So I just wanted to show y'all something. I ended up making Timberly way too big, so it turned into a black hole. The Earth now lives inside of a black hole, and somehow there's still a chance of life. As I slowly make the Earth grow within our solar system to ridiculous sizes, hope you all enjoyed this episode of Universe Sandbox 2. Until the next time, stay foxy and much love.